Shut down.
That's pretty funny.
So the bowling alley became a Costco. Is that right?
Yeah, man. That corner was Don Carter's bowling lane. But it was a fun, man. Food. It was a pretty big bowling alley.
Man.
And
was that in St. Louis? Are you in St. Louis? Or
no, I'm in Miami.
Miami.
Florida.
Okay.
Miami, Florida. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure if you Google Don Carter's bowling alley in Miami, you could probably find somebody probably posted up pictures from them being out there bowling and stuff.
Wow, he was in Miller Lite beer commercials. He died in 72 or 2012. So
I was gonna say, how did you do that if it was 1990 card? If you died 72, he made a special appearance.
Oh yeah, he died in 2012 in Miami, Florida. So there you go.
There you go. I told you it was Dunk. It was called.
Well, he probably died sitting on that throne of pins.
That's such a coincidence that I got these cards in.
He's like,
no, look at that. That's weird.
It was meant to be.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, I just took a shower and
one more time.
What?
You show that? I just gotta see that again. Like,
I gotta find
I cannot believe that's an actual card of some old guy sitting on a throne of pins.
Well, I think this is a relative of mine.
I can see the resemblance.
Yeah, it does kind of look like him a little bit.
Where's Don Carter? What number was that?
I don't know.
But you have some glamour shots in here too. Like, how you doing? How you
doing?
1994. What's that K for? Is that Kiwanis?
Kingpin Bowling.
Kingpin Bowling. Gotcha.
Oh, I like that movie Kingpin with.
Kingpin.
Oh yeah, with Woody Harrelson in it.
Woody Harrelson with a little hook. Yeah, with a little hook.
Now I gotta find that again.
And then the old lady in the car. I'm not gonna do anything, but you know what I'm saying.
Where does he go? He goes to Vegas or something. Try to.
Yeah.
Tournament. Yeah,
I think it's Vegas.
Where was he? Okay, there's the.
Yeah, the only bowling alley down here open now is called Bird Bowl.
Put me in, coach.
What up? What up, Tony?
JB,
we got the real Tony. We got the fake Tony in here today. So
yep.
We got TTM Tony, aka Troy, and then we got the real Tony.
I'm only Tony half the time.
Man?
Troy's got a big studio. Troy?
JP, let's go.
Yeah,
you got a pro studio. You're like a radio broadcaster.
I do audiobooks in my free time. So.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I get on the microphone and say.
Oh, you have like podcasts
below.
No, I used to.
Below, right?
You used to have podcasts? Oh, okay.
Oh well, I do the Autographers Anonymous podcast now. But I don't do an audio pod. Oh, there he is, Don Carter.
You gotta show that card, dude. Nothing like an old guy sitting on a bunch of pins in a bowling alley.
I wish it would focus, but it doesn't do a very good job.
Oh my gosh, dude!
He's very happy too.
Do you have any extra cards of that? Because if you do, I want one.
Oh yeah,
he's got two.
It's going up on the wall, dude. Card's going on the wall. Oh god,
he's got three. Wow.
And he's dead, so I can't get him TTM.
Yeah. If he TTMs now, that's gonna be a miracle. So. So what's going on with you, Tony? How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Not much. You know.
JP West Coast. He's Tony as well. Tony.
Yeah. You didn't have class today?
Nah, I'm good.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Away from your money. you need that money for all them Japanese cards you find. So.
Hey Zombie, are you gonna give these reality live streams a name?
Or I always just mix them up, dude. I don't know. I need to probably come up with something, but I do it so much now. It kind of fell into it. Yeah, I don't know.
You catch me fire, man. I was honored when you sent me an invitation. I was like, "Oh, right, I get to be on the Zombie show."
Oh man, it ain't nothing like that, dude. It's just I like to get together a couple of different guys I like or respect, and we just chit-chatting this. Nice. talk about the stuff we love. But I did want to start with you, Raphael, if you don't mind, because there might be people who don't know and who might be watching or watch this later. You're kind of doing you're kind of broke out in the last 6 months, maybe longer, where you're doing box breaks, so you're kind of running your own kind of breaking channel a little bit. That used to be mostly your PC stuff, but you kind of went into breaking. And I want to let people know that since I've been watching, you've been doing football, basketball, and baseball breaks.
Correct.
And can you talk a little bit about that and like kind of like, you know, where you're at with that process, and so people can kind of find you and kind of know what you're about?
Oh yeah, I mean, what I've done is, I don't know if you guys know, but I was in process of moving to Maryland with my wife. We were probably going to relocate, but COVID hit, and then I had to turn my hobby, the hobby, I had to turn it into some type of income for or a business. So what I've been doing is trying to make. I've seen a lot of breakers out there and how their moral compass is way off the charts, and they're ripping people off. And you know what? I'm gonna be one of those guys that's a fair guy, make it fair pricing, and have fun, and get to know the old guys that come with me still from 2 years ago. As I started doing my YouTube videos, and now I've met a lot of new people, new faces. I'm going to card shows. There are actually card shows starting up here in Florida again. Miami had their first card show a week ago. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. So that was the first card show here in Miami, I think, since 1997 or 98 was the last time there was an actual big card show out here. And then last weekend we went up to Palm Beach, which is about an hour and 20 minutes away from Miami. And Palm Beach car show was 3 times the size, and it was full house. There was no parking. So the card industry is booming. It's going crazy. Like I was telling you, Zombie, I really enjoyed I watched the little kid wearing a Khalil Mack jersey, his Chicago Bear hat. He must have been no more than 7 or 8 years old, and he went to a guy that's selling vintage, and he paid cash for a Walter Payton card. So that was the highlight for me of that show. Wasn't the cards I picked up or hanging out with the 2 guys that are also collectors here locally, Rafael Cruz and Cuban Collector, that we met up there. So I just started in January. Basically, it's been January. I'm up to break number 6, which is it's a collegiate MLB mixer coming up. You can find me on Instagram. Most of the guys that found me on Instagram, it's real easy. Hidden Gem. It's it's on Instagram. Hidden Gem. My YouTube is Hidden Gem. My email is Hidden Gem. And now what I'm doing is I signed a contract with Wix. So I was going to open up a storefront here. And my wife told you I spent some months looking for a storefront. But then I started analyzing the situation, COVID protocols. You got to probably have that 6 feet distance. And then the rent is extremely high here. This is turning into New York, where a little corner in the wall costs you an arm and a leg. So I said, you know what? Let me just create an online store. I had a website development team meeting with Wix. I signed the contract with them, and they're excited because they've never actually had an actual trading card online store to develop. So it's been challenging, and it's at the same time it's been fun, and I've gotten to meet some great people in the process. So I don't know if you guys have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions you guys have. So thank you for inviting me on the show. I appreciate it. I've known Zombie for over 2 years already, going on 3.
Yeah.
And I've gotten on a plane. I've gone over there and spent a good 4 or 5 days with him. And we went to a car show together and stuff. So be looking for me in April, May. Hopefully the snows calm down, and I can play and we can hook up again, man.
Yeah, that was still pretty funny. I feel like I've said the story before, but if you all don't know, Raphael used to never show his face on his channel. He would always have his like baseball gloves. He would always just like do videos with his baseball gloves and like show cards. And then like a week before he's supposed to come to my house, I not even a week, maybe a few days, I was like, dude, I don't even know what you look like. How can I pick you up at the airport? How can I pick you up at the airport? I don't even know what you look like. I'm like, I don't want to racially profile, but you say you're Cuban, but that's not really all I got going for me, Yeah. So he started sending me some pictures of him and his family so I can kind of get an idea. Because or else I'd just be walking up to everybody who looks like Hispanic and be like, are you Raphael? Are you Raphael? They'd be like, get the hell away from me, dude.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a good time. And we did the face reveal. We did the face review at your house with Bob Lewis.
That's right. Yeah.
That's when where we did the face reveal. So
that's right,
doing, guys. I just got on here to show my collection, and I mean I've collected since I was in the 4th grade, so 1984. So that kind of gives you guys my age. But that's I collected football mostly because Mark Clayton. I don't know if you guys Dolphin fans, but Mark Clayton was one of Marino's main receivers. So that's the reason why I got into football. Was he was my favorite player. So I got started looking for his cards, Dan Marino cards, Mark Clayton, Mark Duper cards, and then I got into baseball because Jose Canseco was on the map.
Yep.
In '86, I was in 6th grade. So my dad was like, "You want to play baseball?" I go, "Hell yeah, let's play baseball." So Canseco is the reason why I play baseball, and he's my main PC guy. Zombie don't like him because he's a juicer, but
right, yeah.
Zombie don't like none of the juicing guys.
No, I don't like those juicers,
I understand that it gives you extra power, but like my opinion is that steroids do not enhance your eye vision, so you still gotta have the eye to hit that ball. That's my take on it.
I mean, we don't want to like maybe open this, Pandora's box.
Oh, here we go.
I think like the main thing is it's like obviously it's not going to turn you into Superman. Like I think the main thing, with Bonds it kind of did, but I think the main thing is like recovery and longevity, right? Like more than like turning you into like a bionic Superman, which again, like with Barry Bonds it kind of did, but I think that's the main thing, right? Like
you can tell the difference when you look at their 1987, their first cards, how skinny they were.
And then you got like these guys like Clemens and Bonds who just had these like resurgences late in their career.
Oh, true.
We're doing it right. So, I mean, like if you look at the Mitchell report, like there's a bunch of nobodies in it, right? Like, so it's not like if you juice, all of a sudden you're a good baseball player, right? That's not true. But
is that when you say Mitchell, you're talking about Kevin Mitchell?
No, the Mitchell report was the official report that listed players who were linked to PEDs like during the height of the steroid era. So there's a bunch. If you go through it, it lists a bunch of names of guys who are.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I appreciate that.
And it's a bunch of nobody. Like, so if you're like Barry Bonds, like if anyone thinks like Barry Bonds wouldn't have been good without steroids, like clearly he was good without steroids when he was a skinny pirate, right? And he was winning MVPs and stuff. So, it's not like the PDs make you into like a good player, right? You got to be. Do you
think the reason for them taking the PEDs was to enhance their power, or maybe like you say, more for recovery of their body to recover faster? Maybe it's because of competition.
I think for a lot of guys it's recovery. I think like Andy Pettit dabbled in human growth hormone to like recover from injury faster or something, and he got nabbed. But with Bonds, like I think what happened with Bonds, it's like he was in a situation where everyone, it's interesting that Bonds is like the biggest sort of PED villain, and he wasn't even like the OG PED guy. Like, I think what happened was you had guys like Sosa and McGuire, who everyone was looking at those guys hitting home runs, right? And that chase. Yeah. And then Bonds was like, yo, guys, I just had a 40-40 season. Like, no one cares. And so then he was like, all right, Sosa, all right, McGuire, watch this. And then he just started getting in on it. And then, the rest is history, right? So Bonds was kind of, before he was doing it, he was like pretty much the best player in baseball, but guys were mashing taters and no one cared, that he had a 40-40 season or anything. So,
and that was at the time that baseball was having a strike, right? The Sosa McGuire, when they took off with
that was right after the strike, I think. So, a lot of
trying to bring baseball back,
Right, a lot of people say, steroids save baseball, which is kind of why you have to maybe make.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I say betting saved baseball. That's
that's another
good. What I see now in baseball is that now every team has their own little 4 or 5 all-stars, so it's very competitive now. As opposed to one team having all the guys, and then some teams weren't you never heard of them, like the Cleveland Indians, I guess, or So I don't know if you guys agree on that now it's more competitive than it was before. Like the Padres, look at the Padres now with Tatis and Grisham and Machado, and then you look at the Dodgers. My team's the Dodgers. I've been a Dodgers fan since I was in the fifth grade. So I followed the Dodgers since then. And then what was the last time they won the World Series? Was in what, 88? I think it was 88 with Hershiser. Am I not mistaken? Was it 88 or 87?
88.
That's the last time. So their lineup is all-star team. Think about it. Corey, Mookie, Justin Turner, all those guys can hit the ball. Even Rios, that kid they put in sometimes, Rios.
Yeah, that's true. I read an article recently that was talking about how the Dodgers and the Padres are kind of like the new Yankees, Red Sox in terms of like intensity, rivalry, and how all these guys they're loading up and going all in during a time when tanking is in vogue and sort of but the Padres and the Dodgers are just loading up and trying to win now. So they're kind of becoming
I think it's funny because you're right. Like, when you think of loading up, what the Padres and Dodgers are doing is how you load up. Like, if you're going to win, that's how you do it. Like, you have teams like the Reds who say they load up, but they get like second and third tier players and broken down old horses who are like on their last leg. And then that's when they say that you have a lot of teams who do that. And that's when they load up and then they end up just being as bad as they were the year before. And sometimes worse. And it's like, if you're really going to make a big push, I mean, what the Dodgers and the Padres are doing is how you do it now. Is it going to result in a World Series victory? We'll find out here in about, 6 months or whatever. But, but the fact of the matter is like, they have all the pieces that you need to win. But, it's just like if it all fires at the same time, which how baseball is, it's a long man's game. So you could flame out before the World Series, and by the time you get there, you're puttering out, and you're going to get beat by some team that you never thought you'd get beat. I mean, like the Tampa Bay Rays last year. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, I was going to tell you the Rays, man. The Rays turning it up.
And so you just never know. And I mean, like I said, with football or basketball, well, with football for sure, it's one game, then it's done. Yeah. But with with baseball and basketball too, to the same degree, you have it's a series, so it's going to take a lot longer to try to put somebody away. And some people get hot at the right time, and some people cool off. So you just gotta. And then with baseball, I know you all probably feel the same way. I know that Tony probably knows this. It's like your pitchers will get hot, but then your bats go cold, or vice versa. Your bats get hot and your pitchers get cold. It's like, if you're a team like the like the Brewers and the Reds and guys who like kind of like can get in the middle of the pack and you're doing all right, and then all of a sudden something happens and you flame out, and then by the All-Star break, it's like you don't even remember who they are anymore, and it's it sucks because it's hard to get going at the same time. So, But anyways, I didn't want to say to Troy that did you see that they are going to have that game at the Field of Dreams? Like it's official now.
Yeah, still no tickets, still no ticket prices, but yeah.
Let me know because I'm going. I'm going to make sure I don't. You got to make sure I don't choke on a hot dog because I don't want you to give me mouth to mouth.
So
what stadium is that again?
They actually built a new. It's supposed to be regulation size stadium at the Field of Dreams movie site in Dyersville, Iowa. So, it's the White Sox and who then? Is it the Yankees again,
Yankees,
or is it
White Sox and Yankees? I think.
Okay.
Is that to open up the season?
It's to open up the new complex there, but it was canceled last year, obviously. But
yeah,
it'll probably be more expensive than World Series tickets, to be honest with you.
So who is normally going to play in there? Is that like a minor league team, or are they going to do like dead ball exhibition games or something?
I mean, they're building a whole complex, like a little league complex, but I don't know who's going to use the big stadium or not, or if it could be split into two. you know, or what.
You guys have your own YouTube channels, right? Videos and stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, my
so I can go. Yeah, so I can go follow sub to JP Wisco and TTM Troy. Go follow you guys.
And thank you. I appreciate that.
I only have quality guys on my channel. So.
Only the best for Jason. He's top.
Only the best.
Mine's actually under TTM autograph instead of TTM
craft root beers, and I only bring the best people
from the great state of Wisconsin. I might add,
sipping and ripping root beer.
Regular root beer. Oh, that's Wisconsin, right?
Yeah,
Glendale.
There you go.
And that's the best root beer I've ever had. I'm not being a homer either. Like,
how do you pronounce the name?
I think it's Sprecher.
Sprecher. Okay, Sprecher. Yeah, I was gonna mention it. I wanted to mention it when I started drinking it on the video, and I thought I'm gonna like such a loser trying to like pronounce this name. It looks German, so I'm like Sprecher. And I was like, okay, I can't do that.
Does that have any alcohol in it, Zombie?
0% alcohol.
0%.
I have to work tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow morning. I can't be that guy.
Alcoholic root beer. There's a concept. I'm kind of surprised no one's tried that. Right? Alcoholic root beer.
Yeah,
there's probably some out there somewhere.
Root beer.
Oh, they got alcoholic tea. So
yeah.
Teas,
there is. Hey,
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
There is alcoholic root beer now. It's a thing in America. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like, this ain't your dad's root beer, and and there's one or two others I've had, and it's weird because it tastes like root beer, but it still has alcohol flavor to it. So like one goes a long way. Like you don't need more than one, just because the flavor just kind of just I don't know. Like I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to put your finger on. You have to try it to know. But yeah, this ain't your dad's root beer. I think is the name of it, and it was pretty popular there for a while.
You think they just like, how do they make it? Do you think they don't like ferment root beer? Do they like? I mean, do they just like add Everclear to it or something?
Then it's probably okay. I'll be
like, and just sort of low key add some Everclear to it and bottle it up again. It's like, all right, this is flammable adult root beer now.
Right. Keep this away from any open flames because you might go up.
So I see that you do a lot of TTMs with like I see your background, your backdrop. By any chance, do you know if Michael Manson does any signing?
I met him once, but I never got anything signed.
Oh wow! How was he when you met him? Was he like a nice guy, or was he a jerk?
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. It was supposed to be a pilot for a collector's show produced by Larry King.
Oh wow!
And we did the pilot, and I was just in there in the background with my big stacks of 8x10s. I never got called on anything, but it never went anywhere. It was like Collector's Corner or something. It was very bizarre, but he was on there talking about whatever it was that he was collecting at the time. So
cool.
Yeah, Michael Madsen's a big time collector of stuff. Yeah, like I've seen him do interviews where he talks about his collections, but I've heard he's a good guy, but he used a TTM, by the way, Raphael, through the mail back in the day. I can remember getting them.
Oh yeah,
and he does lots of shows. So if you keep an eye out, I'm sure he's in Florida all the time. He'll probably do a convention there.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, he's like one of my favorite actors.
Oh, yeah, I like Michael Madsen, dude. Reservoir Dogs, man, such a great movie. Man, dude, Mr. Blonde. Oh my gosh, dude.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, Kill Bill.
Yeah. Jason and I were talking about Jackie Brown the other day. I said it's underrated. It's like one of his. I think it's his like most underrated movie.
Is Jackie Brown Tarantino film?
Yeah.
It's right.
It's the only Quentin Tarantino movie that he did not. It was not based off of his source material. It's off of an Elmore Leonard book called Rum Punch.
I didn't know that.
And it's awesome. I mean, if you like 70s blaxploitation films, I mean, if you know if you don't even know what that is, but most people might not know. But if you're a fan of cinema and you watch 70s blaxploitation films, it's definitely like a calling card to that type of film back in the day. So
I gotta watch it. I've never seen Jackie Brown.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
got Robert De Niro,
good.
Samuel Jackson, good cast.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
James,
Samuel Jackson. He fits with Samuel.
Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda's in it. Robert Forster, like you said. Even Chris Tucker's in there for a hot minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I won't spoil
I
it.
think I found out why the pilot never aired on a Google search. It says SEC sued CEO Mikolai Kontiali for making false statements and misappropriating more than $6 million of $23 million raised from investors in Collectors Cafe. So
man.
they were the ones that they had someone's baseball contract for sale at one point, and they made a big deal about it. But I guess that's why it never aired. He was sued by the SEC for misappropriating funds. So there you go.
There you go. You thanks a lot, guys. My one big chance to be in Hollywood. You took it away from me. But yeah, definitely check out Jackie Brown if you haven't seen it. It's a good one.
I will. I'll probably check
an hour and a half
tonight.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. So
yeah, it's good. I mean, at this point, you can probably go to your library and get it for free. Just walk in and be like, "Hey, let me go get that DVD off the shelf." You don't got to spend a penny on it. So
there you go.
But
do you do any card collecting, Troy, or it's just TTM?
Mostly TTM, I guess. But I do have. I did get some pickups for my set though. My 1991 Don Russ.
Oh, look at that!
So I'm down to I need about 120 out of the 770 to get signed. So
and
including four Ricky Hendersons.
Wow,
that's a lot of money you're gonna have to spend. I get that.
I know.
And do these athletes charge you for the autograph, or they just autograph and mail it back to you?
Some do, some charge. You get Ryan Sandberg, he charges.
Okay.
Saberhagen charges.
A lot of you, Tony. Do you collect as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a collector.
Yeah, he collects souls. Kind of like Mortal Kombat.
He's like Mortal Kombat.
That guy in
soul is mine. So hey, with what Raphael said, what have you been picking up the last couple of weeks, Tony?
All right, I could probably go find some stuff. I got a couple.
Oh yeah, let's see some of them.
He's gonna slide away.
Is it just baseball? Does he do just baseball too?
Football too. Football and baseball.
Oh, he does football. Okay, good.
Yeah, I tried to talk him out of it, but he wouldn't listen.
No, don't talk him out of it, man. I'll talk him back in.
Hey, look at the chips over there.
No, I'm not going to.
Maybe one of those.
I did get speaking of football. Luca's in the background.
Hey, Raphael wants to see you, Luca.
Oh.
What's up, Luca?
You show up here.
What is he like 6'1" already?
Yeah.
What's up, Luca? Is that T.Y. Hilton? T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah, all of them are.
Paper jersey?
He only watched his video.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He's the one who got you the headphones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas like Troy's famous.
He's representing the Colts. I like that.
Yeah, he had a T.Y. Hilton shirt on, I think. So what about you? What about you, Tony? Have you picked up anything? You said you got
what you got?
I got a couple things. Let's see here. We'll start with baseball because that's my bread and butter. I got this Juan Soto pajama party.
Oh wow!
It's Panini, so no logos, but I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Washington Nationals fan?
And no, I just like collecting baseball of all teams. From Wisconsin, so my team is the Brewers and then Packers for football. But
definitely,
I collect all kinds of players and teams, and just in terms of like my collection. Like even case in point, even rival teams, the hated Vikings. I got this AP rookie.
Oh, nice AP rookie.
Yeah, this is real cheap.
That's
like
Peterson?
a few bucks.
Yeah,
Adrian Peterson. I got this is like a few bucks. Like
wow, that's a nice one. Well, he's a future Hall of Famer, that's for sure.
He sure is, yeah. And I mean, like, I recognize greatness on the field. Like, I always enjoyed watching him, even though
he's everywhere he's gone. He's always given it his best.
That's why they called him All Day, right?
Yeah,
I think that was his name. And then got Brett.
Is that Brett Carn?
Yeah, this was a 98 Bowman refractor. I can't. Yeah, you can kind of see the shine.
Did you ever see Brett Favre? I'm sure you have. You're a Green Bay Packer fan. Brett Favre's Hall of Fame speech.
Maybe I didn't. His
haven't seen. Oh man, that's one of my favorite speeches for.
Is it? Okay, I'll have to check it out. I don't think I saw a speech, but yeah, okay.
You should. It's on YouTube. It's easy. Just put
and then we got some more baseball. I collect Sandy Koufax. I don't usually
Sandy Koufax.
When it comes to the old timers, like I don't usually collect the pukers over there.
Eloy.
Hey, the goat.
All right,
the goat. Where do you see those comments? That's
I'm on my computer and
me too. I'm on my computer.
Sidebar and there's private chat and then comments, so I have it on comments.
Oh wow! I haven't been able to see anybody's comments. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, they've been talking all kinds of crazy stuff about you, especially.
Oh man, look at all these comments.
Like Raphael.
Wow. Hey, even Chico was in here. Cuban Collector popped in.
Yeah, Cuban Collector's in here for a minute.
So I got
what else do you have?
Let's see. We were so rudely interrupted by people throwing shade at
Sorry.
Yeah, Eloy.
No, I mean the guy who was like Packers barf.
Eloy.
He's a Detroit Lions guy.
Lions guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's a hardcore Detroit Lions guy. That's why.
Well, his whole life has been like that.
Talking about recognizing greatness on the field, man. I loved watching Megatron.
Oh, Megatron, man.
I feel the pain of Lions fans just in terms of like first the Megatron left. He cut his career early. I mean, partly because of injury, but I think partly he was just like, I don't want to play for the Lions anymore. So.
Well, he's making the Hall of Fame class this year. He got inducted.
Yeah, he did. He's one of the younger. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I heard Sandy Koufax.
So as I was saying, like, I don't usually collect when it comes to like old timers. I generally don't like the newer cards that have them on it. Like if it's like a 2015 card with like Sandy Koufax on. But one of the exceptions is these Stadium Club Chrome cards.
Oh yeah,
I got this awesome refractor of Sandy Koufax. It's just an awesome picture.
Yep.
And I just think this is a really nice card. So
that was his 100th game that he won.
Yeah, and
that's what that represents.
This is pretty cool. Like I'm really into this card, but yeah, I PC Sandy, so this is one of the modern cards that I actually think is cool. I'd like to start collecting these because Stadium Club I think is just underrated. From like the photography is awesome. And yeah, I really like it. But
I think Sandy lives here in Florida. Is that right, Troy? Do you do PTM with Sandy?
I've never have. No.
I think he lives in Vero Beach, Florida.
Oh, yeah, I thought he lived in California, but I could be wrong.
He's still around the Dodgers a lot. Like I know he's at the stadium and he's at games a lot and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then I got
Productions.
The last thing I picked up recently was this. I got this Russell Wilson from I think this is 2018 Elite. And Wisconsin's my alma mater, so I like the Russell Wilson in the Wisconsin uniform.
Yeah, he was so overlooked, underrated coming out of Wisconsin.
He was, and he came on the team the year he was at Wisconsin was the year after J.J. Watt left. So we just missed J.J. Watt and Russell Wilson on the same team.
On the same team.
That would have been nuts. Fortunately, I got to see both of them play when they were at Wisconsin, but unfortunately not on the same team. That would have been epic. But.
Could they be on the same team this year? That JJ Watt's free agent? Could he end up with them?
I know. That's nuts. I don't know. The Texans are just exploding. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're like, because Deshaun Watson's all like, I'm never going to play for you guys again. And then JJ Watt's like, get me out of here. I don't know what's going on, but.
Yeah, I just Googled. He lives in Vero Beach. I was right. He lives in Vero Beach.
Okay.
There you go. So I had a question. I found one box of 2021 Topps, and there was nothing in it. There was nothing in it that I could tell because the font's so small. But,
man, that
when the one I did get, I don't know anything about him, and I think it's the wrong Sanchez. Jesus Sanchez. Anybody know anything?
The White Sox or the Yanks? Sanchez. Eloy might know.
Miami.
Yeah, that sounds. Is he Cuban ball player?
But it's I think so. Yep, Dominican Republic actually. Dominican Republic.
He's looking him up now. I think he's with the Marlins.
Yeah, but the only thing is, it's a 001.
Wow.
Of 199. I don't think it's worth anything, but that's the only thing that was in any of my packs.
That's some TPM fuel though.
Was it a Series 1? It was a Series 1. What, Blaster, Mega Box?
The Blaster, I think. Yeah. Red Ice, the 199. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice hit in a Blaster.
Not as good as this guy though.
The bowling guy, the bowling guy in the
it's like showing the progression.
There it is. Yeah, that's like the 1989, like you said, Nolan Ryan, faded throwing.
I thought of that Upper Deck Deion Sanders card where he's like a football player. That's one of my favorite cards where he's like turning into a football player.
Right.
And that one's way cooler than the.
Yeah, that one's way cooler. I want that. Is that guy still alive or is he dead?
Andy Merchix? I don't know. We'll see.
Think about the bullet.
If you have any extra of that guy, I want that on my wall too. I want that one and the guy sitting on all the pins.
It looks pretty old. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
nope.
He looked like 2010. He had one in the grave.
2010, he died.
You just missed it.
Yep.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Wow. So
that's pretty epic though.
So maybe you could do. Raphael's doing box breaks on his channel, like football and basketball and baseball. Maybe you could do like a bowling one,
I did. It was 3 hours long the other night.
I'll be so lost.
I mean, where else are you gonna find?
Don Carter. Hey,
where else are you gonna find? How you doing?
How you doing?
1994 glamour shot photos.
Great Portrait Studios.
Or
Portrait Studio shots.
What is that guy doing? Like he's just like, oh.
There's another one where the guy's like. There's another one where he's on the air thing on the bowling alley where he's like has his hand on the air. It's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What's your team?
You can find.
My favorite team?
Yeah. Who do you follow?
Well, in Iowa, you have to follow the Cubs. I mean, that's like a prerequisite. But
okay.
TTM, baseball, I always followed the Rays actually down there.
Oh, the Tampa Rays.
Because local kid was down there, Jeremy Hellickson. He got traded to the Nationals right when they won the World Series, and so he got a ring, but didn't really play. So he retired this year.
Are you gonna go show up at his house and have some cards from the autograph?
Maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm actually trying to buy all of his numbered to 50s. I have a ton.
Yeah, I think Eloy played it. I think Eloy played his college football in Iowa.
Who did?
Eloy the GOAT. He played his college football in Iowa. I think it was.
No.
Was it Iowa or Iowa?
Really?
I think it was Iowa, if I'm not mistaken. Is he still on?
Yeah. Yeah, he said it's Iowa.
Yeah, he played some college ball up there. Yeah, Iowa.
So I might be going a little overboard on the 1 to 50s on Jeremy Hellickson here, but
wow, dude,
I'm getting there.
Look at you.
Northwestern. Yeah, I wouldn't go to
Northwestern.
Northwestern Iowa anymore.
Helixson run the Rookie of the Year. Somebody put.
Yeah, but he retired last year though, right after the Nationals or the year before.
So Troy, are you sitting? I know the last time we talked about a week ago, on at least online, you hadn't done anything. Have you sent anything for TTMs for spring training? Have you decided to send some out to see if you try your luck before the season begins?
I did send some actually. Yeah, I sent to Sunny Gray, just a variety. Sunny Gray, Lorenzo Kane at the Brewers. I sent to Kevin Biggio, but that won't happen. Buck Farmer, Tigers. Tigers are really hard, no matter what you do. Justin Bieber, Shane Bieber. Sorry,
Shane Bieber.
Justin Bieber might be even easier.
I didn't do much. I just kind of went through the 2021 tops that I got and was like, "Oh, do I have other cards just to try?"
But it was so hard to read the name. That kind of annoyed me.
I don't know what they're doing there, and even the logos are hard to see in the corner.
Yeah,
too.
That didn't make any sense to me though. The name's so small print. That didn't make any sense.
You know what? You just need to get one of them like industrialized magnifying glasses, Raphael, and be like,
"Well, I got my glasses. I gotta use a flashlight now too. I gotta use a flashlight. Yeah, for real.
You're like SOS.
I use a flashlight to read the small print. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to show my air filter card, but I don't know what I did with it. That NASCAR air filter card I got.
So he said he was Red Raiders.
I don't know what I did.
Northwestern Iowa Red Raiders.
Northwestern
Iowa Red Raiders.
I did not know that. Eloy never shared that with me.
Yeah, he said he went on a recruiting trip and it looked like everyone wanted to hurt him.
Walter Koenig went to Iowa, Grinnell, Iowa, from Star Trek.
Yeah, you could be like that guy that showed up. If you watched the video what I did with Ed said that up in Philadelphia at the last show a week or two ago, there was a guy with 2 jeweler's loops in his eyes looking at cards.
What? Oh, Lord, no way.
He had them both in his eyes like that looking. and then he said that same guy, it was a 50-cent card, and he asked the seller if he would do 25 because there was a crease.
Oh, that's
crazy. He asked for a quarter off. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. But I was like, dude, you know things got crazy in the collecting world when a dude shows up with 2 jeweler's loops in his eyeballs and he's looking through cards like that.
That's insane, man.
Wow.
Is insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like the Rays and the Cubs, obviously, because that's what's here. So if you go too far north, you get the Twins.
Whoa, now.
So
don't make Dustin come and find you.
Well, we're supposed to hang out one of these times.
That'd be awesome. It'd be good if we see I would like to go see a Twins game. That'd be fun. You can wear your parka there because it'll be snowing probably in March.
You could go to IKEA, the Mall of America, and a Twins game all in the same day.
Yep, just all in the loop right through the town.
Although the last time I went to IKEA a month ago, the restaurant was closed, so I drove 3.5 hours to IKEA for meatballs. And there were
the meatballs, yeah.
I'm serious. I did.
Yeah,
I was like,
I told you. I go, you should have called ahead before you drove all the way there, dude.
The bookcase behind me is from IKEA, by the way.
Oh, is that a Billy bookcase?
Now, do the Japanese get as crazy for IKEA as Americans do?
I don't think so. I mean, there's a couple IKEAs, and I guess it's a thing, but it's not. They recently built a new one in Tokyo, or they opened a new one. So now there's like 2 in the area. But man, I would say I don't know. Like, are Americans crazy about IKEA? Is it like a huge thing?
Yeah. So you just You just heard Troy say drove 3.5 hours. So
For meatballs.
Those meatballs, you get the sweetest meatballs.
So, when I was in
that was the
Burbank,
best meatballs ever.
when I lived in California, the Burbank IKEA was, pretty big, and then they closed that and they're making it into condos or something. And so they opened the world's biggest IKEA right next to it, down the street a little bit. And I went there. I used to go there on Sunday mornings for their $1 American breakfast.
They let you go in straight to the cafeteria, or you have to do that whole tour?
I did get lost in there once because I didn't want to check anything out, and I was like, "How do you exit without?"
Yeah. I think it's only a one way, and then yes.
But the funny thing was,
like literally one time I ever went to because it opened up where my old job used to be. Opened up one, and can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah,
now you're back.
You now.
Can you hear me? Oh my gosh! Yep. So they opened up one close to my old job a couple of years ago where I used to work, and I went there for the first time because everybody, like I was trying to allude to with Tony, like maybe it's just an Indiana thing, but people like lose their minds about IKEA. Like for whatever reason, I don't know if that's like an American thing or an Indiana thing, but people were like literally like it was Black Friday for like the first couple of months.
Right.
At IKEA. It was crazy. And it's still packed. Like I went there a couple months ago with my ex-wife to go shopping for our son for his birthday. And remember, this is COVID. And man, it is like wall-to-wall people. Mm-hmm. It was like there ain't no social distancing. It was crazy. So with all that being said, I go there for the very first time. I didn't, like you were saying, I had no idea it was that massive.
It's huge. It's huge.
I was getting lost. I was like end up in the corner somewhere. Like don't put baby in the corner. I was like in the corner of the building somewhere looking around. I mean, I was about ready to start cussing and throwing stuff. And I'm like, how do I get out of here? I feel like I was like a hamster caught. It was crazy.
See, if you're looking at the floor, you miss the signs overhead that with the secret passage.
Yeah, it's in Swedish.
So, but no, the funniest. So I used to go. Literally, I'd go on Sundays to get their $1 breakfast and endless cup of coffee, right? Oh, and the funniest thing I saw were this family in front of me got theirs to go, and I was like, "Well, that's weird." And so I ate mine really fast because $1 breakfast is only like one egg and whatever. And as I went back around, they had taken their food from the restaurant into the staged kitchen that's in one of the cubicle rooms thing, and we're eating as a family at the kitchen table in one of the staged kitchens.
Wow.
I was like, that's awesome.
That takes the balls. Like I would never.
That's a great idea.
In a million years.
No one said a thing. No one said a thing.
And they said, "No, I'm just testing. I want to make sure this is the kitchen I want to get."
I guess, but it was the funniest thing I had seen there.
That's awesome. It's a great story.
Are we gonna get
I'm having some problems here.
I thought you were gonna do the same thing you did the other night with. Can you see me, Ed? Ed, can you hear me?
Hey, Zombie, you still going to that car? Going to that car show?
So what happens is sometimes when I get a call, my phone all of a sudden, like the volume, I can't hear you all as well. So for whatever reason, my phone like makes the volume go all the way down. And now I can't hardly hear you guys. It's like nightmare. So I'm trying to fix it.
Oh.
But
you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Plus, I'm an old man, so I'm already like, what did you say there? What did you say, boys? So.
Hey, you're still going to that car shop that guy's in Pendleton, I think in Indiana, Green something, Indiana?
So, Raphael, I'm going to ask you, when's the next break?
He actually just asked you a question.
Maybe you should put it in chat.
I think he's misdirecting. Like he's.
So you go to he asked you go to a card shop still somewhere.
Greenville. Where's the one that with the car shop that we went to? Is that guy still open?
Oh, there he went.
Oh, geez. So this is.
Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Eddie's baseball autographs.
Troy, how long have you been doing the TTM for?
Since the 80s, technically, but
wow, that's a long time.
Been doing YouTube since 2012, I think. So,
can I ask, what are like your biggest?
I'm in the press.
Biggest ones.
Yeah, like what are your biggest ones?
I put most. So I did get JJ Watt back twice.
Oh, nice.
and I slabbed them and sold one, so I still have one. I got Luke Kuechly back twice.
Oh wow!
I did get a. Was it 3 or 4 years ago when Mark McGuire was with the Padres? I got him back then.
Mark McGuire was with the Padres. Well, I didn't know that.
As a coach. Yeah.
Oh, as a coach. Okay.
Yep.
Do you get any Al Pacino?
Then you get Eli Manning up there, who's pretty standard. Dennis Eckersley was pretty good. No Al Pacino. He doesn't really sign TTM.
What about De Niro?
No.
De Niro either, huh?
So earlier I started doing the 8x10s, and that was too expensive. So then I went to cards. So.
Gotcha. But you've been doing this since over 30 years or close to 30 years, right?
Yeah, my first one was an Iowan, Elijah Wood, way back when.
Elijah Wood.
From
that sounds like an actor, right?
Yeah, The Hobbit. And
The Hobbit, okay.
And yeah, of course he was only like 12 back then when I was started. So, yep.
I'm trying to make out the ones behind you.
Yeah, Gary Busey's a fun one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Mark Hamill was in person, so that doesn't really count.
Cool.
But he was only $20 back in 1995, and now he's like 300.
Zombie, you still doing TTM?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. Hey, what I was asking you before you had some technical difficulties was, are you still going to that card shop in Green something, Indiana? The guy that we went to his card shop, is he still open, or COVID shut him down, or?
He's still open.
Oh yeah, he's still open.
You haven't been.
He stayed open the entire time. He could care less. He never closed.
Oh, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, he actually told people, if you want to wear a mask, that's fine, but don't ask me to wear one. I'm gonna be doing what I want to do.
Oh.
So,
yeah, I see he sells graded cards now on his eBay store. He put the graded cards in. He's selling graded cards now on his eBay store, like single cards, graded cards. Do you still visit him, or you guys had like a fallout or something?
Yeah, we kind of had a falling out, actually.
I got you. Now I understand. Okay, I won't ask you no more then. I get it now.
That's fine. If anybody knows me and my channel, it doesn't take much to have a falling out.
but then the makeup videos come, so it's all good.
Right.
I text Zombie all the time. Did I say something wrong? Are we okay?
Hey, how's Eric doing, man? Have you talked to Eric recently? Those back pages, right? I think it was those back pages.
Yeah, you can follow that up with what I did with my baseball card shop guy. Same situation.
Wow! Oh lordy, man! I'm just hitting on all buttons, on all cylinders. Wow!
I'll give you a list.
I got a cheat sheet right here. Let me ask Zombie this.
If you keep asking, you're going to be on that list.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Okay, I want to.
It's fine. So, Tony, I was going to ask, are you looking to get anything baseball or football related soon, or are the prices still getting so crazy? It's with Japan and the money there and all that, and you have to change up how you approach things.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like even the football boxes, and I mean, I don't collect basketball, so basketball is not a concern, but I mean, yeah, football boxes are. Recently it's like Donruss Optic football came out recently.
Yeah.
Or something. It's like $600 for a kidding me right
now.
You
know what's funny, Tony? I was that they have a countdown on the Panini website where the box goes on sale. So I'm all excited, and when it finally hits, I was like $700 for. I was all excited and counting down. I'm like, I'm gonna get my hands on a box straight from Panini. Yeah, right, $700. Are you kidding me? That's cool.
I weirdly got my hands on some retail football for like a sane price here. So I opened a fair amount of retail football. like I want to say 2 or 3 blaster boxes and several fat packs. And I don't know if this has ever happened to any of you, but I just threw together the 2020 Donruss set.
Okay.
But yeah, and this is all built from like fairly priced retail that I just opened because for whatever reason the hobby stuff was insane, but for some reason I had.
And you were able to put the Donruss set together?
Yeah, well, I put the entire set, not including all the rookies. So I think there's 250 cards of non-rookies, but
non-rookies.
Most of the rookies are like they're wearing like workout clothes at the combine.
Yeah, combine. That's from the combine. Okay. Yeah.
It's just weird. It like throws the vibe of the set off, so I don't care. Although I did get some of the rated rookies. So I got some nice. I pulled like the Joe Burrow. So that was
nice, the Joey B.
He was born here. He was born here.
And
he was born in Iowa?
In Ames, Iowa. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
I don't know if he'll be any good, but I
coached his stepbrothers in baseball, or against them.
For my pukers, I got the red Jordan Love. So.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I found that I had. The entire.
Are you hopeful with Jordan Love? Are you hopeful with his taking after Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think the Packers screwed up, like because they traded up for him. So right. That's not a knock against Jordan Love. I think the Packers thought that Rodgers was on his way out, and then
so they were. I got you.
Went out and was like, "Watch this," and had an MVP season. So now they're kind of in an awkward position, but. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I think he deserves a shot, and if not with the Packers, then with another team, right?
Yeah. You got a viewer has a question for you, Troy.
Yeah, I got to look it up. Let's see.
So, go ahead, Troy.
There's average, longest success. Really? Interesting. Tom Hume, Hume.
Tom Hume.
Baseball player for the Reds.
For the Reds? Yeah. And that was 2,745 days. I sent that in 2013, and it came back in 2020.
What? Oh, my Lord. That's unheard of.
That is crazy, dude.
He finally got around to it, huh?
And I had moved. I had moved in the interim, and
2,700 days.
The people who bought my old house forwarded it back to me because I stayed in contact with them. So
I think there's like an episode of The Simpsons where Marge like writes Ringo Starr some fan mail in like the 70s, and then he finally gets back. I remember that from The Simpsons,
right.
And then it's like they show him, and it's like. Ringo, you don't have to answer every piece of fan mail. And he's like saying, no, I want to answer every piece of fan mail. And Marge finally got like a auto back from Ringo.
It used to be someone else, but that's the one that came up just now. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I was going to ask you, Tony, with football in Japan, do you have much competition buying that?
Weirdly, there are people that I wouldn't say it's like competition. Like I can find some good deals once in a while because like sometimes people just don't know what they have. Maybe they rip stuff looking for like the absolute biggest name so they can sell them or something like that. But like. For example, like a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, I got like a Deshaun Watson or something like that for like $3. So that was just like a huge steal. That was like clearly somebody didn't know what they had because they didn't know anything about it. So, but I mean, weirdly, yeah, because like the stuff will sell here and the boxes are still expensive and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah.
What do you think Deshaun Watson ends up?
Good question. Not the Texans, but I heard, a couple. He wants to go to the Jets, right? Because he really likes the coach or something. But it's like, why would you want to go to the Jets?
Well, they're revamping. They brought in that coach from the.
So the
Chargers.
Jets or the Dolphins, I heard, were his two sort of like preferred spots. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah.
And what's your main PC, Tony? Like, who's your main PC guy for football and baseball?
For football, Packer cards mainly, but I mean, like, I pretty recently got into football. Like, I'm mainly a baseball guy. Football, Packer cards, it's turn out, just players I like, cards I like. You got to get the quarterbacks and stuff like that. Baseball, I'm pretty, I would say in terms of players, my biggest guys would be my biggest guy is probably Ichiro in terms of like one player for PC. And then I have Derek Jeter and nice. Derek Jeter, and then like for vintage, I mean I'm just kind of all over the place. I just like collecting cards of players I like, but like I said, Sandy Koufax, and yeah,
Ohtani.
So I mean, there we go. Hopefully he can bounce back this year.
Yeah, man, Ohtani. I hope I think they say he's going to pitch too, right?
Yep.
I sent Zombie all my Ohtanis, so
that's going to be good.
Yeah, Zombie appreciates it.
I think he'll bounce back. He'll be able to bounce back.
I was the Ohtani whisperer for a while there, but
I know, dude. That's awesome, Eddie.
That's another team that has like a few all-stars on the lineup. The Angels.
Yeah, that's kind of the Angels thing. They give big contracts to like aging veterans. Well, I heard the owner, Artie Moreno, owner of the Angels, like he doesn't believe in tanking. Like he wants to, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it like his heart's in the right place, but I feel like the Angels are really poorly run as a team.
Gotcha.
Even though like Artie Moreno, like his heart seems in the right place because he's like, I don't want to tank. I want the team to be, but it's like what happens is you get sustained mediocrity instead of like, we're at a point where it's like you're bad for a while, but then you're really good. But the Angels, like they want to be competitive, but they're it ends up when they sign these big free agent contracts and stuff, and their farm system sucks. It just ends up sustained mediocrity, and because you've got the talent to kind of tread water, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds like my channel.
I bought these jumbo cards, but it turns out they're not really that much bigger.
I think those the Topps big.
Yeah, Topps big. Yeah.
I think the Topps big. They're the size of the Topps cards from the 50s, pre-56, when they were slightly bigger. I think so it's like 52 to 55 or 56. Right. I want to say I think they're the size of those.
They were cheap.
Which is only slightly bigger anyway. So
yeah, bought a box.
Man,
how many binders do you have?
Those would be good autographs.
How many binders do you have, Zombie?
I'm sorry.
Binders?
How many binders do you have with cards?
40.
Wow, that's a lot.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think I got like 2.
The crazy thing is, like, I kept all my binders from my childhood. My parents found them years ago, and I got to pick them up and bring them home. And that was probably like 12 or 13 by itself. Wow. And then now I have additional 5 or 6 at least of my Japanese ball players.
And you got a lot of sealed wax too in the back.
All you need is a few IKEA shelves in the background, and I'm
gonna need to put some IKEA. I gotta get the tuning set up here.
And you gotta go to IKEA soon, man.
So yeah.
I'm more of a top loader than a binder person. So,
what do you all think about? Do you think any other sport or player is going to take off in 2021? Because like I saw somebody show, a Michael Phelps swimming card that sold for $100,000 today.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it really is like you've got maybe those bowling cards.
We're waiting for the market to take off on that.
But yeah, I mean, like even like the WNBA Prism cards too are like
the women NBA.
On what's her name? The Sabrina Ionescu, like the first overall pick, or she played for Oregon. And like her rookie cards in Prism are like expensive, so you got a bunch of like, I mean, yeah, like who would have thought swimming, the WNBA, like all these things you wouldn't necessarily consider would ever be that pricey or getting that way. So,
wow.
I mean,
well, it's hard to come by product. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be allocated three hobby boxes of Donruss Racing because I like NASCAR as well. And when I checked my order, it said 1 box. So from the 3, I was getting 1. I said, okay, I got 1. That's fair. And it says shipped, and I never shipped. They never got here. So I called my sales rep. I go, oh, sorry, that was a mess up. So I couldn't even get 1 box of NASCAR racing cards. It's crazy.
That's what I did find at Walmart were blasters of those.
Of the NASCAR?
Hobby, or yeah. That's where I got the air filter from the guy that I can't find right now. Here it is.
You can sell them to Raphael Troy for $40 a box.
I put it someplace safe. I don't know if that's an air filter or what, but it's a Bubba Wallace relic.
Could be probably a piece of tire. It tell you on the back?
It could be a tire. It could be an air filter.
A piece of worn tire. Does it tell you on the back?
No, it just says it's very small print. This card material is guaranteed by Panini America.
Oh, that's it. So it doesn't tell you what kind of material it is.
No.
He's racing now for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and Danny Hamlin.
So this was the only thing I've seen at Walmart in like 3 weeks was
that's crazy.
1 box of NASCAR.
Yeah, it's 23 X1 racing. 23 X1.
That's a weird.
It's a collaboration between Danny Hamlin and Michael Jordan.
Okay. That was a weird box because it's like all sorts of different designs, like 88 Donruss like baseball card.
Yeah, they got all kinds of you'll find different inserts with like Donruss 90 looks, throwbacks. So and then you'll find some prisms too, some optic.
Yeah.
Well,
but I bought 1. It was $20. I don't know if I got anything good.
You hit that Bubba Wallace.
Rick thinks it might be Bubba's underwear.
Bubba's underwear.
The smell test. It's like vintage cards, right? You can't fake that smell, but if it's a real underwear relic or a real jockstrap relic.
You got some burnt rubber on there, huh? Some burn.
That's going to be the thumbnail for the video right there.
Right, that will be. I think that's awesome.
Who else you got on the back wall?
I've never opened racing
before. Who else you got on
the
back wall there?
Oh yeah, what's behind you, Zombie? Is
that a Frank? Behind me, what?
What are the photos behind you?
On the wall that you're creating. And you told me Elton John's playing the piano. Who are the guys on the
Elton John?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Ted Williams, Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle.
Is it Ted Williams' head or the whole? Okay.
And then I have Don Miley right here.
Donnie.
And Nomo. And Tazawa.
Oh.
And I'm trying to do what Troy's doing, but I'm gonna do it the ghetto version. So I don't got no money. I'm gonna stick it up here on the wall. I'm not gonna go have like a huge sheet made.
It's fake.
Oh, look at that.
My mind was just blown right now. Those are like real pictures.
That's mind-boggling because that you got me on that one because I thought it was a real wall.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a wall with your stash. Whoa.
Wow.
If I was wearing pants, I'd pull it up and put it down. The backdrop, not the pants. But yeah.
That would be the thumbnail.
No, I got that, and I got like 20% off because I did a video about it, so it worked out.
Oh, that's great.
But I can't
But hey,
change
guys,
them.
we're heading towards an hour and 15. So I'm gonna call. I don't want to take everybody's time, but I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tony and Raphael and Troy. I really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, good to meet you, Raphael.
Thank you for having us. Well, pleasure to meet you.
And
Troy
check each other's
Tony.
channels out, guys.
I wrote it down. As soon as I get off the stream now, I'm gonna go into find you guys and subscribe to you guys.
Appreciate it. Go check out Hidden Gem if you are into box breaks. He has a baseball one coming up in a couple days.
Yeah, and then after the baseball, we're doing 4 megas of the NFL playbook if you're interested, Tony, since you're doing.
We're
doing 4 megas.
Gonna get in on that action.
I've never done a break before.
Man, let me tell you, and Zombie will tell you, I'm a fair guy, man, because my moral compass does not work. I see people charge $160 for one team.
Oh.
Insane, and people are paying that. That's what I don't.
It's like you almost can't. If people are actually paying it, you almost can't even blame the people.
It's crazy.
So you don't have to sell plasma for Hidden Gems box breaks.
What do we got on the mixer? What do we got on the mixer, Zombie? We got one for $12 and then 2 for $22.
Yeah. The one for baseball, right?
Yeah. And you get 8 autographs. It's a hobby box, so you can't get it at a retail store. So you might hit a Spencer Torkelson auto or an Austin Martin. It brings 8 autographs and 2 mem cards, just this box alone.
And did you have a couple 2020 you thrown in there, 2021?
Yeah, I threw in some blasters just to add more cards. You know, mix it up. With MLB.
I found
it. Somebody's checking out my channel.
I found your channel.
That sounds familiar.
Oh man! All right, guys. Thanks again for everything.
You got it, man.
See ya.
All right, thanks, Zombie.
Guys, thanks.
See you,
You're welcome.